Getting employed is easy. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That title sounds kind of crazy, maybe even a little out of touch. But what if all that doom and gloom you're seeing online isn't the whole story? Just stick with me here, because we're going to break down a simple path that shows getting a job isn't just possible, it's pretty much inevitable.
We've all heard this one, right? Pick a career you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. It's like the golden rule of career advice that gets drilled into our heads. Find your one true passion, and poof, everything else just falls into place.
But let's be real. For anyone who spent hours scrolling through job boards, it starts to feel like people only remembered the second half of that phrase, "you'll never work." It's kind of a dark joke, but it also perfectly captures that frustration so many of us are feeling.
So, let's tackle that feeling head on. First things first, we have to challenge this whole idea that the job market is cooked. And we're going to do that by looking at what the actual data tells us.
This is the big question, isn't it? The one that keeps you up at night, doom scrolling on your phone. Everyone online says it's impossible to find a job. But is it? Is it really?
Well, here's a number that might just surprise you. According to the data, the U.S. unemployment rate is only 4.2%. That's it. That is the actual number.
Let's just put that number into perspective so you can really see it. Out of every 100 people who are able to work, almost 96 of them have a job right now. The huge majority of people who want to be working are working.
So, if the numbers say the market is pretty good, why does it feel so terrible online? Well, the source for this explainer calls it the unemployed internet theory. Think about it. Who has the most time to post online all day? Students, influencers, and, yeah, people who are looking for a job. The other 96%, they're kind of busy, working. This creates this massive disconnect between what we see online and what's actually happening.
So if the market isn't the real enemy, then the first step isn't about fixing your resume. Nope. The first step is all about fixing your mindset. It all starts up here.
See, it's easy to get caught in this vicious cycle. You start by believing the market is terrible, so you think, what's the point? Then you stop trying as hard. You put in less effort, which naturally means you're less likely to get hired. And that just proves to your brain that you were right all along. It's a trap you end up setting for yourself. You have to actively break out of that cycle. And that means rewiring the words you tell yourself. Stop saying, the market's cooked. Start saying, I'm going to win. And look, this isn't just some fluffy positive thinking trick. It's about making a choice to believe in a different outcome. That's the first real step to actually making it happen.
Okay, so once you've got the right mindset, you're ready for step 2, scaling up. This is where you put in the work to become the kind of candidate that a company simply can't ignore.
And you know what the best part is? You don't need to go into debt or get another fancy degree. We are living in an incredible age of free YouTube courses, cheap online certifications, and endless tutorials. You can build an amazing portfolio just with your own personal projects. Honestly, the barrier to learning really valuable skills has never, ever been lower.
This also makes networking way less scary. Forget that word. Instead, think of it as just having a coffee chat. It's a really simple 4-step process. Find someone who has the cool job you want, ask them for just a quick chat to learn from them, listen to their story, and just focus on making a real connection. I promise you, it is so much more effective than just spamming out hundreds of applications into the void.
All right, your mindset is on point, your skills are getting sharp. Now for the part everyone dreads, actually applying. But we're not going to work hard, we're going to work smart. This is all about being strategic and efficient. This quote right here is the absolute core of applying smart. It's way better to be one of the first people to apply for 10 jobs than the 1,000th person to apply for 50 jobs. Why? Speed is your biggest advantage. Recruiters often start interviewing the first batch of good candidates they see. Being early is way more important than being everywhere.
So how do you actually get that speed advantage? It's simple. First, when you're on a job board, filter the posts to only show you stuff from the last 24 hours. Second, use a browser autofill extension so you can apply in seconds, not 10 minutes. And finally, keep a simple spreadsheet. This isn't for homework, it's your own data to track what's working and what's not.
Now let's talk about your resume for a second, because this one little switch is a total game changer. Stop listing your responsibilities. Literally anyone can do that. Instead, you need to show your accomplishments. Use real numbers, percentages, and dollar signs to prove the awesome impact you had. Here's a super simple formula for every single bullet point you write. Just answer 3 questions. What did you do? How did you do it? And what was the measurable result for the company?
If you answer all three, you'll have a bullet point that makes a recruiter stop scrolling and actually pay attention.
So when you combine all of these things, that powerful mindset, the right skills, and a smart way to apply, the whole story of your job search completely changes. It stops being a long shot, it becomes an inevitability.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. This whole process changes the job hunt from a game of pure luck to a game of persistence. Every rejection email, that's just a data point. It's just information that's leading you closer to that eventual yes. If you follow these steps and you just refuse to give up, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. You must win eventually.